my food to eat.
Hey guys, all the guests are starting to arrive. I've got my beautiful wife here, Amber, who's going to cook something divine, aren't you?
Yes, it's going to be a ricotta sponge cake.
Okay.
Something I grew up with.
Yeah.
Coming from a Maltese background, we use a lot of ricotta in a lot of foods.
Yeah, that's
Could be
right.
soups, pasta, anything, and also desserts. We've mixed the whites into soft peaks, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put a tiny bit of icing sugar. It's preferably 2/3 of what we've got.
Yeah. You're going to keep that for something else later.
Yes, because we need to mix that with our egg whites, because with the sponge, you get your egg whites ready and then you do your yolks.
Yep.
And we'll just give this a bit of a mix as well. Okay. Over here, now the egg whites are ready.
Yep.
We're going to take the yolks, and it's 5 egg yolks, so 5 eggs. Separate them, whisk up the whites. Now with the yolks, we pop in the yolks.
Finish with that one, Chef?
Yes, icing sugar, the remainder. Now you're just going to mix this until it's just into like a paste.
Yeah. You're doing a good job, honey.
Gee, thanks. Just a recommendation, best to use a whisk, not a spoon, because it will eliminate the lumps really quickly. Okay. There you go, we're done with that one. We combine the egg yolks into the egg whites, and then we add the flour. Now there's 110 grams of flour.
Yes.
The icing sugar was 90 grams. And now we're going to alternate between the two. As we fold it through, we want to keep it light and fluffy, so spatula. Okay, I'll pour that one in, pour some of that. And you're just folding it around and around until it's well combined.
Well combined?
Well combined.
Well combined.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
A little bit of flour. Best bet's to sieve it, don't just pour it in. Sifting the flour in keeps it aerated.
Yep. And you don't want to obviously bind that, do you? You just want to fold it, yeah?
We just want to fold that in as well, yes.
You're doing a very good job so far.
Gee, thanks. A bit of encouragement's always good in the kitchen.
That's right.
Instead of, honey, you're doing it wrong. Alright, as we're folding, we put the rest of the egg yolks in, and we can pop the rest of the flour in.
Oh, I'll take that for you.
All good?
Excellent, thank you.
Okay.
Gotta get my food to eat.
Okay, what I've done here is I've grabbed a tray. If you can get your hands on an extendable tray, they're marvellous for this. This mixture does fill the whole tray. I've lightly greased it. Baking paper, easy to peel off, and you'll see later when we put it together.
Okay.
Okay, we just pour the whole mixture in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Can I look the bowl?
yes, you may. Spoon top full.
So you just sort of do a nice even mix across, do you?
Yep. All the way along. Now that we've spread this out in the tray, pop it in the oven for about 8 to 12 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Because it's only thin, it won't take very long.
Okay.
What we're going to be popping in there is 700 grams of ricotta.
Yeah.
There's 500 grams, you can use mascarpone or Philadelphia cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
Doesn't matter, Philly cream cheese. We have 300 grams of grated chocolate.
Hang on a minute.
Make that 280 grams
Yeah, but
of
it's chocolate.
grated chocolate. And then we've got glazed cherries.
No, you can keep those.
You can use just red, but I like a bit of colour, and they generally do use a bit of colour, so get the mixed ones.
Okay.
And about a tablespoon of caster sugar just to add that extra sweetness.
There's not much really sugar in there, is there?
No, there isn't, not at all.
Some chocolate.
Chocolate and just that tiny bit there. So what we're going to do is we'll pop pop in the ricotta. Now, break it up. Makes it easier to mix. Gee, thanks. Makes it easier to mix. Give it a good mix. If you're feeling quite weak and you haven't had your Wheaties that day, you can get someone with some muscles, but it can be quite hard.
Have I had my wheat bix? No, you've had your wheat bix today, clearly.
Obviously.
Yeah, so your sugar goes in.
Yes, sugar. And then...
Now, at any stage you want me to taste this, you just let me know, alright?
Oh, trust me.
I'm just here.
You'll be standing in line. And we'll pop some of the cherries in. If you do it gradually, bit by bit, then you know it's going to be well combined. You're not going to have a giant clump in the middle of just cherries or just chocolate.
Wow, I like that. They use a lot in Maltese cooking?
Mainly, it's pretty standard. You can use it in, mainly in the fruit cakes.
And they're real cherries, aren't they?
They are. They are. That is real. They are real cherries.
You know, I've had the artificial ones, and I can tell you that they are terrible and they're artificial. But they're nice. They're beautiful.
No, you can.
Real ones.
Yep. And you can get them from, it's basically any, any shop that stocks Mediterranean stuff, like good, like you know it's from that land, that brand. It's not like imported stuff that we've put together in Australia.
So the rest of the chocolate goes in?
No, just some of it.
Just some of the chocolate? Yeah.
Are you paying attention?
Sorry.
Can you see that
yes,
there's chocolate in the bowl?
Sorry.
Now, the sponge is cooked, it's cooled off. You can dispose of the tray. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to take some of this mixture and just lob it on. Now, I'm the type of person who doesn't just use utensils to spread this out, I like to use my fingers too.
Yeah, do it.
Because you're taking literally the hands-on approach.
Yeah.
And this is actually traditionally done as a cake. So they cook a sponge, they actually cook a sponge cake. It's generally a dense sponge cake that they do cook.
Like a Madeira or something like
that.
Yep.
But I've added my own little twist and taken a bit of this and a bit of that. And
made it amber cuisine.
And yes,
amber
you could say amber cuisine. Keep it tight, tuck it in.
Would you like me to get your dish for you?
Oh, you want it?
Okay, I'll get your dish for you. There you go.
Okay, we just keep rolling it. Okay, with the remainder of the mixture, this becomes the fun bit, and this is where we use our fingers. Alright, we'll smear it on the top, and we're going to cover the whole roll with the ricotta cheese. Now that we've just finished covering it...
Yep. Would you like me to take that?
You can. You may.
That's your chocolate for you.
Our ricotta log is almost finished. Using a fork, or you can use a spoon, it's up to you. You can use a piping bag, whatever, but we're going with the rustic look. Just with the fork, just drizzle it over.
Oh yeah, that's going to crunch when it all goes hard again, isn't it?
Exactly, and this is really best served at room temperature.
No.